The 2013 ICSA Co-Ed Dinghy National Semifinals are in the history books. And greetings from the Hampton Yacht Club, everybody. Ted Alexander along with Chris Love from Chris Love Productions. He's the sailing expert for us. Day two, drama.
It sure was drama. We had a lot of movement. We had the big stakes. You know, when you start the regatta, everyone's on an equal playing field. After the first day, everyone knows exactly what they needed to do today to either reach their goal of winning the regatta, as we saw at the top of both fleets, or to simply make nationals, as we saw in the 9, 10 spots of both fleets today.
And the key thing going in, you knew the top 9 from each, the East and the West, would move on to St. Pete for the national championships. And the first thing we noticed today, Chris, was a little breezier conditions.
Sure was. Started off basically the same as we saw yesterday, light in the morning. We had just a small delay to get things going, but it quickly filled. We saw up to 20 knots, I would say, today. Some of those gusts rolling through gave everybody a chance to get all their players in. A lot of heavy crews saw some action today, and they were big game changers.
Now the thing is also that meant coaches on the shore were making decisions right throughout this day. As the wind conditions would change, they'd go to the heavier crew, etc.
Yeah, and then of course the wind came down as well, so the coaches and the players had to be on their toes, had to be ready to go all the time as the wind was changing pretty rapidly.
Let's talk about the competition. Really, the major drama was at the top and at the bottom. And we begin with the West, where the Yale Elis once again won again.
Yeah, they came into the regatta ahead this morning, with Georgetown just not too far behind. Quickly, though, Georgetown moved into the lead, so we saw a back and forth between really some of this country's best sailors. And this is not just college, this is best sailors anywhere. So it was really a pleasure to see them duking it out, but Yale comes through and takes the championship.
And then, of course, who would make it in the 9th position? The battle between 9 and 10 in the West. Close until the final couple of races, and no huge drama there.
No, but, you know, they were always in striking distance. The only team out there we saw was Stanford, who got to take a sort of victory lap last race, had it all locked up. Everybody else mathematically could have slipped. And that the same goes for that situation between Wisconsin and University of Florida going into the last race. University of Florida still had a chance to come back, couldn't quite get it done.
Let's take a look at the 9 teams that made it in the Western Division. They were the ones sailing with the Hampton University sails.
From top to bottom, it was Yale University, Georgetown, Hobart William Smith, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, St. Mary's College of Maryland, Tufts, Boston College, College of Charleston, and University of Wisconsin.
And you talk about the Eastern Division, the ones flying the Old Dominion sails. Stanford again took that victory lap. They were in control. They sailed very nicely this weekend.
They sure did, and I can't remember a time during this regatta where they weren't winning. They came out, as we've seen them do this season, very consistent, really no mistakes, no major whoopses. And they led all the way through. The more interesting racing was actually between the 2nd and 3rd and 4th place teams, your Old Dominion Monarchs and Roger Williams specifically.
How about Old Dominion hosting the event along with Hampton University, finishing 2nd? A nice day, too, for the Monarchs.
Yeah, I mean, to start yesterday, they were in 3rd. I think by the end of the day, they were 2nd or 3rd. It was close really all the way through, but they performed above expectation in both divisions and got it done. Good to see, and a great stepping stone headed to nationals.
And in the 9th position, the University of Virginia defeats Connecticut College to make it to the national championship regatta.
Yeah, the bottom of this fleet was interesting. We saw at the end of yesterday, Connecticut was in the top 9. It was SUNY Maritime on the outside looking in. They marched up all the way to 8th. Virginia into the 9th spot, and all they have to do is hold off Connecticut. They managed to do that, and they have that separation there, headed to nationals, Connecticut going home.
Congratulations to the Cavaliers, who squeak in and still have that dream of a national championship alive. Let's take a look at the top 9 in the Eastern Division.
From top to bottom, Stanford in 1st, Old Dominion, Roger Williams, Dartmouth, Brown, the U.S. Naval Academy, University of South Florida, SUNY Maritime College, and University of Virginia.
Chris Love, it's been a pleasure. We look forward to the national championship down in St. Petersburg next month. Thanks for the knowledge, and thanks for being here this weekend.
That was my pleasure. A great place to be and a fantastic regatta. Great working with you.
Chris Love from Chris Love Productions. Listen for him down at the National Championship Regatta at the end of May from St. Petersburg. For Chris, this is Ted Alexander for our Monarch Media crew. We're talking Boise and Robert and Paul. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Monarch Media.